Bella Gabbers and welcome in this new video. Today I'm gonna show you how to make Uptempo in 2025. As you can notice from the Masters of Hardcore Uptempo playlist, the bouncy Uptempo is still one of the most popular subgenre out there. So today we're gonna make a track in this style. But pay attention to the structure, because if you guess the track I took inspiration from here in the comments by the next week, you will win the presets of all the kicks in this track. But enough talking, let's jump into FL Studio. First of all, we set the BPM to 200 BPM. I started this track from the melody, so the first thing I did was write the bass line. What? Then, following the bass line, I wrote this wonderful melody.
Bless you.
And to make the melody more powerful, I inserted the saw support and I layered some leads. Using the presets from this pack, and everything together sounds like this. And now let's move on to the breakdown, where I inserted a lead that plays the exact same melody of before. Together with a drum and bass loop, the previous bass sidechained, and the male hip-hop vocal. This could be easily the start of a drum and bass track. I love it. And now we need to create some tension, so we move on to the build-up. In this section we have the melody of before repeated and filtered, together with a filtered old school kick, the previous vocal, and some drums and some effects.
Oh, you got me so fed up, I might just go and ghost you and burn out to the whip with chief and gas, we smoking reefer. Knocking on my door, that Grim Reaper wanna take my soul. I'm a living god, I fight the devil just to make him fall.
As you probably noticed, the structure of recent uptempo tracks is more complicated compared to the past. That's why I made tons of tutorials on my Patreon where I explain how to make harddance music. Indeed, in this section after the build-up we have what I like to call the roller coaster. Basically it's a long section filled of fake drops where the tension is built and released, tricking the listeners multiple times until we reach the real drop. Immediately after the build-up we have the continue of the vocal together with a kick.
I ain't for no hater, I just love her phonies running mouth. I was born a paper chaser, for that money make them pass. I was skirting in a whip, Richard Wolves in a backseat. Shorty tuck a blade, standing out like a black sheep.
In this section we increase it the tension, now we have to release it and build it again. Indeed, at the beginning we have an impact and a sweep down. And at the end we have a kick, a screech, a new vocal, all pitched up, together with some risers. As I told you before, it's a big roller coaster, so we have to decrease again the tension. Indeed, I inserted the hip-hop vocal of before, together with an impact.
In a whip, rituals in the backseat. Shawty tuck a blade, standing out like a black sheep.
And now the listeners are totally overwhelmed. After all of these fake drops, we can move to the real drop. But please let me just introduce the screech before the drop, just for a few seconds.
Let's go!
Oh, and now we arrived to the drop section, where we have these two kicks and the screech we just listened. And don't forget to insert some catchy kick rolls, so the listeners will easily remember your track.
Double just to make 'em fall.
Hold it right there, it's too early to celebrate, the track is not finished. After the drop we have a pause, a build-up and another drop, so stay here with me. Immediately after the drop we have some effects with some drums, together with a pitched vocal with the gross beat effect applied. All together with an old school kick. Old school sounds never get old. And now we move to the build-up section, where we'll create the tension to reach the final drop. Here we have the scream vocal, the old school kick, the screech, all pitched up, together with the male vocal and some effects.
Standing out like a black sheep.
We didn't have enough fake drops, so we threw in another one.
Let's go!
And now we have the last part of the track, the last drop, composed by these two new kicks and the previous screech, but with a different pattern. And now it's the moment to listen the final result. But first don't forget to guess the reference track here in the comments. In that way you can win the presets of all the kicks.
Shawty tuck a blade, standing out like a black sheep. Oh, you got me so fed up, I might just go and ghost you. And burn out to the whip, we cheap and gas, we smoking reefer. Knocking on my door like Grim Reaper, wanna take my soul. I'm a living god, I fight the devil just to make him fall. I ain't for no hater, I just love a phonies running loud. I was born on paper, chasing for that money, make them pass. I was skirting in a whip, Richard Wolves in the backseat. Shawty tuck a blade, standing out like a black sheep. So fed up, I might just go and ghost you. And burn out to the whip, we cheap and gas, we smoking reefer. Knocking on my door like Grim Reaper, wanna take my soul. I'm a living god, I fight the devil just to make him fall. I ain't for no hater, I just love a phonies running loud. I was born on paper, chasing for that money, make them pass. I was skirting in a whip, Richard Wolves in the backseat. Shawty tuck a blade, standing out like a black sheep. Richard Wolves in the backseat. Shawty tuck a blade, standing out like a black sheep. Let's go! But the devil just to make him fall. When the paper chasing for that money, make him pass. Standing out like a black sheep. Let's go! I'm a living god, I swear the devil just to make him fall. black sheep.
If you want to know more about harddance music production, remember I have a Patreon with a lot of detailed tutorials. With just a few money a month you have the access to a lot of videos. And this is all for today. See you next time in a new video. Bella Gabbers!